Let's start our day. Crytek sues Star Citizen makers for breach of a contract. No! The scam is over. It's finally over. No, it's not. Saved you 5 minutes. Welcome to Star Citizen Drama. I'm Montoya. This news actually came out last night, so me actually spitting my coffee out was a big act. But it is good drama. This drama fuels my vitality. It is good. But I'm not going to be so quick to brush this off. Crytek has some legitimate issues here. And it is most likely that CIG will pay them something. We have not heard from CIG yet, but let me give you the summary of what's going on. Okay, first of all, Crytek sues Star Citizen, breach of contract. What is the breach? The summary is that in 2012 or thereabout, Chris Roberts says, I want to make this game. I think I'm going to use CryEngine. He goes over the CryEngine. They say, yeah, we'll license you to use our game engine to make this game called Star Citizen. In return, he pays them a certain amount of money, but they want their logo on the game, and he has a license to use it for one game. Now, the story is Star Citizen now runs on Lumberyard, which is a product made by Amazon. Yes, the big Amazon. Lumberyard is based upon CryEngine. CryEngine was bought out by Amazon because Crytek, the company, is insolvent or was insolvent. So it's a bit of a tangled web which we see being woven, but yet there is the issue of the contract. Now the actual lawsuit itself, the filing, I can link below, you can read it. It's actually it's pretty well written, fairly short, and it makes good sense. But the bottom line is that Chris Roberts is making two games according to them. He's making Squadron 42, which is a single player game, and Star Citizen, which is the big MMO. So Crytek is saying, hey, hang on, that's two games. You owe us two. You got to pay for two game licenses. You only bought one. The other thing is that the Crytek logo is no longer shown anywhere on the launcher or anywhere because they're using Lumberyard. So where is this going? What happens? Now, I'm very confident that back in 2016, when CIG switched over to use Lumberyard, there was a big meeting. And in that meeting was Ortwin. Ortwin is the co-founder. He's also the lawyer for CIG. And Ortwin, who has experience working at Crytek too, I'm not sure, got to double check that, knows the ins and outs of this. And in this meeting, they all sat down and they looked at the Crytek agreement, and the Crytek agreement said A, B, C, and D, and they had to make a decision whether or not they're going to stick with CryEngine or move to Lumberyard. They made the decision to move to Lumberyard, very much aware of what the contract says. So this means they knew that if they did something, there might be repercussions to pay down the line, or they were fairly confident that moving to Lumberyard, and because Amazon owns Lumberyard, and Amazon, let me find the link here, saved Crytek from bankruptcy. All right. This is the logo, by the way, that is not shown right now on the Star Citizen launcher. But Amazon saved Crytek from bankruptcy, meaning Amazon must be a major stakeholder in Crytek. So yeah, let's see where this goes. So Crytek itself, it's worth noting, has had its fair share of financial problems. Polygon reported back in 2014 that the Crytek CEO withheld pay in order to save the company. Later, back in 2017 or so, the Crytek employee posted that he had not been paid in months. This was well noted in several publications that Crytek employees were getting their salaries very late and sometimes months late. So Crytek was having some issues. I strongly believe, well, we have yet to hear from CIG. All we have right now is what Crytek has said, but we have to get the other side of it. And what I think is going to happen, and what I think happened, is that when Chris Roberts went to Crytek saying he wants to make this game called Star Citizen, he needed certain things from Crytek. Chris Roberts would have said, I need 64-bit precision. I need localized physics grids. I need the game to be able to make a planet and go from this space station down to this planet and go to another solar system on that side. Can your game engine do it? The answer at the time was no, CryEngine cannot do this. I'm fairly confident Crytek said, well, Chris, What you're asking for is a lot, but I'm fairly confident we can make this happen for you. And with that assurance, Chris Roberts said, yeah, let's do it. We're going to use CryEngine. This is going to be sweet. CryEngine and Crytek, facing their financial difficulties, probably failed to come through on a lot of the promises they promised Chris Roberts for Star Citizen. So what I suspect happened is, we haven't seen the other side of it. What we've seen is the complaint that the logo isn't shown and Chris Roberts is making 2 games and he owes them a license fee. Speaking of a license fee, here, if this goes to court, now I'm not a lawyer, but if this goes to court and they say, all right, you owe us a license fee, what I would do is say, no problem. I will buy the licensing for this game engine for you at fair market value. What is market value? Let's go to your website, Crytek, to look at CryEngine. Let me see. The price right now for CryEngine, no royalties, no obligations. The most powerful gaming development platform is available to everyone. Full source code, all features, no royalties, no obligations, no license fee. That's right. CryEngine is now free. That would be my argument if I'm a lawyer in this issue, but I am not a lawyer. I'm just some guy wearing a hat on the internet. But anyway, yeah, the fair market value for CryEngine right now is 0 because it is free. That might make a good argument. You're welcome, Ortwin. So basically, what does this mean? If this was a serious breach of the contract by CIG, then yes, they do owe them something. I'm fairly confident CIG said, all right, we are breaking his contract because Crytek did not come through on some things they said they would do for us. It's impossible that Chris Roberts was going to make this entire game with no support from Crytek at all. I'm very confident Crytek said they would help do something to make this game happen, but they could not because the company was falling apart. They didn't have any money. They were losing employees. A lot of the Crytek employees ended up at the Frankfurt office for CIG. So there might be some saltiness about that too. Bottom line on this is no need to panic. Amazon, the giant Amazon, has our back. The Amazon Lumberyard engine is amazing, and Star Citizen is the poster child for that engine. Amazon has everything on this to make Star Citizen a giant success so that Lumberyard will just spread everywhere, which is their goal. So I'm not too concerned about that part, but if Crytek was wronged, then CIG will make it right, and they should make it right. But the fact that CIG did what they did, they must know things we do not. So we have to wait to see what CIG says. We'll be hearing about that, I'm sure, pretty soon. Bottom line, no need to panic. I'm sure everything's going to be just fine. Let's wait for the CIG response, and we will look further from that point there. So if you are a lawyer, and I'm talking a real lawyer, not a folding chair lawyer that open your chair and sit and go, I'm a lawyer, but an actual lawyer or attorney, give me your thoughts. What do you think about this? Yay or nay? Is there a serious case or not? Also, with Amazon Lumberyard, how's this all fit in? Because Amazon is most likely a large investor in Crytek. Give me a thumbs up over here. Give me a comment below. And when new information comes out, I will update this. I'll see you in the next one.